you for watching. This is Geek Edge Chat. We talk.
Thanks to the people who are watching, and then thanks to the people who are going to watch the video later.
Yay! And so we talk about our opinions. We love to hear your opinions too, and talk about stories and culture, all related to film. But sometimes we talk about other issues or topics as well. For instance, today's topics are going to be George Floyd, the direct actions that are happening across the nation, and of course our MO, which is a review, a film or TV show review. This one is a Latinx show on Netflix called Gentefied. And so if you are interested in topics related to immigration, gentrification, stay tuned and learn more about Gentefied. Okay, but I guess we can get started.
Right? Oh, with our first topic, which is going to be, of course, sorry if I seem down. I have an ear infection, and I'm not feeling so good. We want to cancel, but
yeah, so much stuff.
It's just so much stuff. I still want to talk about it. I guess we could talk about George Floyd and the Black Lives movement and all the protests that is happening. And of course, Black lives do matter. They're important. Black gender lives matter as well, because not only do a lot of Black men and women are getting killed by police brutality, there's a lot of Black gender men, and of course, most of all, as well as gender women who are getting killed as well. And that happens a lot, sadly. So we, of course, we wanted to bring that up. It's important. And fuck the NYPD. I don't care when I say that. No, really, F them. And fuck racist people, and especially the white people who are protesting now and just being in the Black community, Afro-American spaces, and taking up their space and destroying stuff in stores and vans and starting shit just because they want to start shit, and because the Black community, African community will get hit with the blunt of it, because the white people won't get killed over that stuff, but they the Black community will. So F you too. Becky. If you're not there to be an ally and actually just listen and help, get out of this way. Get out of their space. Literally, what the hell, man? They're really, a lot of the protests are putting their lives on the line right now for justice and rights, basic human rights that they deserve, the Black community deserves, and it's a pandemic. We keep on forgetting. Well, we're not forgetting, but because there's a pandemic going on, and that's another stressful thing, and people are unemployed like us, and it's just and it's getting hotter now, and it's 40 million people are probably more now are on unemployment.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy. And then 100,000 people have died in the United States alone from the pandemic. That is still going on. That shit did not go away. So all these protesters are putting themselves on the line and dying. Not dying, but putting themselves on. Sorry, excuse me about that. Well, some of them are getting arrested and getting hurt really badly, and some of them do actually a lot of the Black Lives Matter leaders have been killed.
Yeah, that's terrible.
From because. And that's why they're telling people on Twitter not take pictures of protesters or put their faces, because cops are
they're gonna search for them.
They're gonna search for them and kill them, and then arrest them or do these awful things. And they're pretending to be I'm so sorry. My ears are kind of sorry about that. To be protesters as well. you know, they dress a certain way, I think.
Yeah.
I'll put the link down below, like, of all like the information about like how to look out for cops who are like dressed up as protesters who want to arrest people, get information from them. Like,
Yeah.
I think they wear like black type of shoes, like the same type of shoes, and have like crew cut haircuts, I think, or something, like short haircuts or something, and they wear these type of shirts or something like that.
Yeah, they always trying to infiltrate since, you know, the time of like the Young Lords and Black Panthers. This is something that has been ongoing. That's what cops do, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's definitely what they do.
I do want to say something.
And sadly, that's what they do.
Unless you got more to say. I'm here.
I have a lot to say, but keep. Oh, hi. Sorry, I can't read.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Hi, Fantastic.
Hey, ASMR.
Hey, ASMR. Hi. So watch out for the cops, the protesters. God bless them. Take care of them. You know, Black Lives Matter. Sadly, we can't be there. I have an ear infection. Sorry if I'm repeating that, and it really hurts.
It's okay. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
Yeah, I have to wait until Monday to go to the hospital. But okay, that's not important. But okay, so what you were gonna say?
Yeah. So first off, I just want to send lots of love to George Floyd's family.
Oh yeah.
And anyone who's connected to him and is feeling his loss, and for all those people who are feeling this emotional pain right now, and that feel the need to be out there doing direct action. And I wish you so much power. Stay safe. I wanted to bring up a topic called something that my friend Daniela shared a video of an actress, Nina, and now I forgot her last name. I am so sorry. I'll link it below, though, later on today. And she was talking about allyship. And, I don't think I've heard that term being said in this like context of where we can be allies to the Black African American communities. So I think that there's several ways that you can do it. And one of the most basic way ever, like if you have someone who is either a friend or a coworker who's Black, African American, check in with them, especially if something has happened at their job, or you might have said something inappropriate, or somebody else said something inappropriate to them, just check in with them first. So you want to always be communicating, because you can't just be the person that's going to be like, oh, I'm going to go out there and defend my friend and stuff like that, because you don't know what their needs are. Every person's need is different. Just as there's some people who feel more that they identify as Black, and there's others who identify as African American. Like I have a college friend who simply identified as Black and chose that term to identify herself. So find out what they're, check in with them, see what they need, and they might not even need anything from you at the moment, right? So just let them hold space, you know what I'm saying? Like let them feel safe in a space. So I say practice that if you can, allyship. There's several ways that you can be involved in what is going on right now. I know, for me personally, I'm not capable of being out there right now, but that doesn't mean that I cannot still be active. So the Justice League, NYC Justice League, is a local New York State organization that provided numbers to the district attorney's office and the mayor's office. And I did something as basic and easy as possible. I called both of those offices and voiced my concerns, right? That's something that you can do that doesn't even require too much time. They even provided scripts of what you can say, what you feel comfortable saying, right? Or you can come up with your own. So something like that, or even sending out an email if you don't feel comfortable enough to make a call to elected officials, to state, officials, Other ways, voting. I know everybody's already, we hear this all the time, go out there and vote. Does it really make an impact? Believe it or not, it actually does, By voting, you can vote for like governors, mayors, but there are officials that you can vote for that actually affect change within regards to, for instance, prosecuting police officers. You can vote for district attorneys. You can vote for judges. Look out for those special elections. Look out for those elections because those are the people who are making the decisions about whether or not someone like who murdered George Floyd is going to be behind jail for what he did. So don't forget about those elected officials and state officials because those are equally as important as mayor, governor, city council, state representatives, all that. And I've linked down below New York City Council, House of Representatives, and state. So you can figure out who are the people in your community who are supposed to be representing you. And like I said, like you feel like your elected official is not doing anything for you. Well, all you got to do is really get involved. Call them because they're not going to do anything for you unless you make noise. That's how it works with elected officials. If you're not coming to complain to them, you're not coming to give them an issue, they don't know you. They don't know what your issue is. So get involved and get to know them. Get to know them. It's basic even. We need big systematic change, but I think that starting with allyship, it can lead to that, Talk to your friends who might make a joke that's inappropriate,
Correct them.
Correct them, you know what I'm saying? So just these are the little ways that you can be active and involved. We recommend watching When They See Us. It's a Netflix show about the five.
Oh yeah, oh my God, I forgot what they're called because they don't call them the Central Park name that they were giving them.
The Exonerated Five. That's what I was looking for. That's their name.
Exonerated Five.
From New York City, regards to the Central Park murder of a woman, 5 boys.
A white woman.
White woman. That's important to know too. 5 boys were wrongfully accused for that woman's murder, and they were exonerated, 40 years later. The show is directed by Ava DuVernay, distributed by Array, which is her film distribution. Just recently, she released a learning companion for the show, for When They See Us. So check that out. We also linked it down below. We haven't actually had the time to look it through, but in that learning companion, they'll give you a variety of ways of which you can be involved that doesn't require you to be out there protesting if you don't feel comfortable doing that or can't at the moment. Again,
it's a pandemic. Like everybody's not going to protest because, with the pandemic is still around. A lot of people have anxiety. They can't be around other people. I think that's why I don't protest a lot either. I have really bad anxiety and I can't be around people. I start to freak out. So if you could help, you could help in other ways, like donate, sign petitions. There's like change.org. They have George Floyd's family has a GoFundMe. We'll link it down below. I have to give these links to Christy. Yeah. I'm sorry, I haven't had the chance to. So I will, and I'll link it down below so they get, a GoFundMe so they can have money for his funeral. And they also have change.org to try to get arrested the officers, the police officers that killed him, who murdered him and stuff. Right. So
there's only one, but there needs to be more.
Yeah, there were more. They were, that were standing around, but they were what was the word? They witnessed that. They didn't stop it. They were cops. There's also, there's a lot of donations.
So we'll link everything below
for the funds to bail out people who are protesting. or they need lawyers, attorneys in New York City, or so in the other states as well, because the other states, of course, other people are protesting as well. So I'll give all the, I'm sorry I'm not giving in detail all this information. It's a lot, and I feel kind of not here right now. Sorry, I took like 2 Tylenols, so I'm kind of like so I have to give that information to Christy so she can link it down below, so you can have that information, whoever needs help or anything like that, to bail out somebody in protest. And I knew, like, God, we were watching the Gentefied show where we're going to review later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Gentefied. Oh, God, sorry. Gentefied. And the guy was arrested, and to bail him out, it was $4,000.
Yeah, so
4,000.
There's a movement to really change.
Like, holy hell! So I'm like, all these protesters, they need that help. They need these lawyers. They need the money, donations, all that stuff, to help to get them out.
So, and if you do decide to be out there and be in the direct action, I've also linked below Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's an elected official for both the Queens and Bronx area, put out a little graphic about what you should bring along just to be safe. They list everything from water, snacks, goggles, everything. Cover up your tats because police are targeting people. I knew someone who got arrested, and days later, and the police were really looking for her.
Oh, jeez.
And they destroyed everything in her apartment, her laptop. So just be safe out there, okay? And Blacktastic News, we want to thank you for the remedy for my sister.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that.
And Random X Nothing. Go.
The heck. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it is a terrible situation. And 4 policemen need to be arrested. Blacktast. Yeah, you're right. It was 4.
4 policemen need to be arrested. Exactly. But I mean, I think we'll probably keep talking on this and other show on when we do other reviews. But for now, this is all we have to say. And then we wish everyone, to be safe.
Be safe. All the protesters.
Everyone,
Again,
wear your mask if you can.
If you can, and I think they're giving out masks too in the protest. Take care, all the protesters. Like, it's a scary situation, and they're doing all of this during pandemic. So God, So Black Lives Matter. Fuck the police, especially fuck the NYPD.
We do need police reform.
That whole system needs to just burn down and restarted again. Like seriously. And fuck racist people too.
Right. And that's like a systematic thing too. And
sorry I'm cursing.
But just let it out, Shirley. If you feel it, just let it out. But anyways.
Oh, yeah. I'm
right.
Good.
Let's go on to our TV Netflix show review of Gentefied. We're going to get started on that now. If anyone saw the show already and wants to make a comment below, please do. But yeah, so Shirley, do you have any? Do you have anything?
Sorry. The Gentefied, right? Am I saying it right? Yes, I am saying it right.
So before we begin on Gentefied, sorry, real quick, Gentefied is a Latinx show.
Yes.
There's a lot of social topics: gentrification, immigration, small business, and family. Really. Yeah. And community.
Mexican American family. Hey, Drumsticks! Hey, what's up? That's my cousin
Gabriel.
He's awesome. Sorry for the cursing. Sorry, but it's how I feel.
Right.
Yes. Gentefied. It's about a Mexican American family who owns a taco shop in Los Angeles. I love how Los Angeles sounds. The angels. So sorry. Oh my God, that Tylenol is kicking in.
Well,
I was like, yeah. And it's three cousins, which I thought they were all brothers and sisters. I literally got confused by the show, but they're all cousins, all three of them. And their grandfather owns the shop, and he's just trying to survive and build a livelihood for his kids because he came here from Mexico, exactly what our mom did when she was just 22 years old. She crossed the river, scary and with the who were the people who guard the
Border Patrol.
Border Patrol, thank you for that. Border Patrol. She did that all in nighttime by herself, 22, all that stuff. And it's about him coming over here and fantastic. Yeah, F the police. Exactly. Fantastic. You're awesome. So oh my God, I'm so confused. You keep on going. Right. And so it connect with us because he wants to give this taco shop to retire and give this to his family so they could survive and do something with their lives, because a lot of these immigrants who come over here to America because they think it's better, because of America, the propaganda of that, it's the best country ever, when we know it's not, because it's better in the sense of what they're going on, what they're going through in their situation in their country. We don't know. So they come over here for that opportunity to give their kids something better, a better life, so he wants to give that taco shop to his grandchildren. And yeah, do you want to explain more?
No, I just, we're going to do a quick review right now. Quick, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. So, I mean,
oh, you're almost done with Never Have I Ever?
Oh,
yeah.
Mr. Drumstick.
Yeah.
You're almost done with that? Awesome.
It's such a good show.
Check that show out.
It's a good show.
Awesome. Yeah, so the grandpa, very enduring character. Love him.
Yeah,
the cousins are all butting heads here and there. And it's
a Latinx family.
A Latinx family. Typical Latinx family. And they're struggling because they own a small business in Boyle Heights, Los Angeles. Which it seems to me that it's in the beginning stages of gentrification.
Yes.
Right. So their landlord has doubled their
rent, I think.
Rent, which I don't remember the amount, but I think it's but the point is that they can't afford to maintain themselves with the way the business has been running, which is
they're not making a lot of money.
Which is this is considered a small mom and pop shop, really, that is for the community. It's affordable, and here comes a landlord and raises their rent, and this is during a time of when gentrification is happening. So in the show, you see this issue, you see the issue of gentrification and immigration, which is very important topics right now. Do you want to comment on anything particular within the show that touched on immigration? I think there was an episode, I don't remember, about the mariachi.
Oh, that was such
a sad show to watch.
That episode was so sad.
We don't want to get too much into details, but it really kind of reflected on, certain situations that immigrants go through, which is not having a home, not being able to find a job because they don't have papers,
taking these dangerous jobs. So there was an episode with Anna's mother, who I think is his sister Pops.
Okay.
I think so. I think it is, or I'm kind of confused. I'm sorry if I'm kind of confused. So basically, she works in a sweatshop, and which is owned by a white man, and they tailor, I guess, dresses or clothes, and so she can't even go to a bathroom. She has to wait. All these workers, a lot of immigrants, of course, who work there. A lot of these workers have to wait for their break to go use the bathroom. And that was what the episode was about, and how you have to, how they have to deal with this type of bullshit and awful like human rights, like how they. Sorry, I'm like messing up.
It happens.
No, like how they don't have basic human rights. They can't even go to the bathroom when they have to go to the bathroom. Like they have to work like like a long time and take their work home, and they don't get paid overtime. And they're looked as machines than human beings. And I actually worked. I don't know. I think it was funny. The goals. I think it gave me a job where I worked with doing jewelry for this rich white man. I don't know I should have took down his freaking damn name. Shit, I didn't even think of that. And I was working there because I didn't have a job. I was unemployed at the time. And the goals was kindly trying to give me different jobs. But basically, it was kind of like a sweatshop. They gave me that job working there with a lot of Asian immigrants. Who were very kind and helpful, and I wasn't as fast as some of them, and they were like helping me and stuff. And like they're just working nonstop. And then the white guy with his white son would come in, who owned some jewelry, cheap ass jewelry that they sold in Macy's, and it was a small effing room, and I was like there. I was there almost the whole day, and I made like what, $80 or something like that, or something like that. I don't know, but it was awful in the sense of what. And I was like, oh my God, these people have to do this shit every day, and I was just there taking over for somebody for one day,
right?
And I was like, oh my, like I should have took down the name of that guy or whatever, the white guy or whatever, and found out what the name of the jewelry they were making that they selling for so much at Macy's, even though they're cheap ass shit, and they're making all these workers working this. It was fucking hot. I mean, we got to go to the bathroom, thankfully, but it was small fucking rooms. It was hot as hell. I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
And they had to deal with that. They The all the Asian immigrants they were mostly Asian immigrants, actually. All of them were, have to deal with that shit every day. And so basically, going back to Gentefied, that was what the mom had to deal with, and like how hardworking she is, and how she came over here as well from Mexico just to give better her life for her Anna and her daughter, Nayeli, right? The little girl who was cute. She was cute. Sorry, I was just remembering something funny she said. How she has that relationship with Chris, and how they just like, Chris, go away, because they call him Coconut.
Yeah.
Because he's like a whitewashed Mexican, because he's very was it bougie or whatever? Like,
I guess bougie.
I don't know, like because he's a brown skinned man, but he acts like I guess a white guy. I think that's what they were trying to say.
Never a whole episode centered around that.
Yeah. And so I don't know what else did you want to bring up. So that was it. Brings up topics like immigration. Of course, in the ending episode, the grandpa got to something happens to the grandpa. ISIS is involved and all that stuff, and of course, ISIS too. ISIS as well. Why they here, or ICE, whatever the ICE, whatever the hell. Like, I don't know why they're still here. F them. They should be gone. So it's the scariness and the sadness of it all. I like how complex. At first, I was like, with the characters, because I guess it hits home to us, so we're very critical of the characters because of the issues they were talking about. We were like, oh yeah, we kind of went through that too. But the characters were complex by the end, and I liked all of them.
So in the beginning, I felt a little certain type of way about how they represented Anna being an artist and being an artist that struggled. At first, I was like, wow, they're representing her as a freeloader. I was like, dang.
Oh, because she was taking the food from the restaurant. She wasn't even working there, but the grandpa paid for her rent.
I know, like.
And we were like, wait a second, what? Because I thought she worked there. And I was like, oh, she got 2 jobs. Okay.
And she was just taking, first of all, they don't even have money to pay for a lot of stuff.
She was taking all this food.
Taking all the food. And then on top of that, living for free in her mom's house because her grandpa's paying for her. So I don't know. I just felt a little certain type of way about how they represented Anna being a person of color, brown, and an artist. You know,
And she was queer as well.
And she was queer as well.
And,
so it's just like, So I had to keep watching to
we had
see
to keep
how
watching. The
her
girlfriend,
developed.
I really liked the girlfriend as well. She was Afro Latina. What's her name? Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Jessica.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm
I thought it was interesting because she worked in a housing advocacy organization.
Yes.
So they were bringing up issues around that as well, housing.
Yeah. It was complex with her character too, because she's the only Afro Latina character in the show. So making her like, there's been issues where people are like, why is she the only one against what the family's trying to do in later episodes of like trying to bring more money so hipsters come into the neighborhood? But of course she's trying to fight against gentrification.
Right.
So she's against it. So it's like a lot of people were like, why are you doing that to the only Afro-Latino actress or character? And it makes sense. When it's the only Afro-Latina character there, because they see all these hipsters coming in. And that's what happens. That's what's happening to our neighborhood in Lower East Side. Like, it's mad gentrified. Like, when we walk around, we're like, who the hell are these people? And it is a lot of hipsters.
And we are so grateful to those businesses who can still, give their services to communities and people like us because we can't afford gentrified restaurants, all these restaurants that are hipster, new
with that pancake shop.
There's like $22 for a pancake.
$22. It's
get out of town
in our neighborhood. There's like long ass lines of mostly like hipsters and white people. Like, and I'm like, what the hell? These pancakes must be made out of drugs or crack or something.
The Dominican shop has way better pancakes.
The hell? Like, why are these people like lining up? And then we saw the price and we're like,
no. I mean, if anybody lives in
pancakes.
It's pancakes.
And it's $22.
No.
For just pancakes.
Crazy shit. But if anyone lives in a gentrified neighborhood, let us know. And what do you miss about it?
Shit is crazy.
Yeah. You can munch on and stuff like that. It's like quick bites, I should say.
Yeah, and I like another thing about gentrified neighborhoods. Basically, they kick out the culture. The people who made these places, that made these communities, they kick out. You don't see a lot of Puerto Rican flags anymore, or different type of country flags anymore. Like, you don't see any of that. You don't see people honking their horns during the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I'm just thinking of those examples because they're just popping in my head right now. So it's not the only examples, but like, they're kicking out the people who make these communities that represent their culture and stuff. And that's why I love it. Because we live in NYCHA too. A lot of people have been dying in NYCHA because of COVID-19. Because they don't clean these fucking buildings. They don't, especially the buildings in like the Bronx and Brooklyn and Queens.
They're really deteriorating.
They don't clean it, and we're all closed in, and we take the elevator, and it's small, and and it's sad because a lot of the people who work in NYCHA, the workers who clean the building, there's not a lot of them, and they're working hard, and I want to thank them for that as well. People who thank the NYCHA workers who are trying to clean, but a lot of the people on top, the CEOs and stuff, they're not giving the resources to clean the buildings better. So like over 1,000, and I gotta put the article below. I'm so sorry. It was a New York article. Over 1,000 NYCHA residents have died because of the COVID-19, and now a lot of them are suing with I don't know if you hear. You can hear my voice. I'm sorry. That's my yeah. Go away. So sorry. My mom walking around with the video of us. A lot of them are suing now. NYCHA residents are suing because of payment, because the people who don't have Medicaid or anything can't pay. Probably the bills are a lot because that shit ain't free. Sadly. It should be, but it's not. You know,
especially
getting
during this
tested,
time.
you know, you're treated after you've had COVID-19.
Anything related to the pandemic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put the article below too. I have to send it to you.
Healthcare should be free.
God bless those NYCHA residents who are suing the city for like over $1 million or something, like probably like 5 million or something. I hope you win or something or whatever. Cause yeah, NYCHA donkeys. It's donkeys. Yeah.
Oh.
It's not clean. A lot of people are dying here. It's a lot of the poor here who are dying.
But
you know.
We're sending lots of love to their family too.
Yeah. It's scary. So thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
So sorry went over 40 minutes, but not really sorry.
Well, we wanted to keep it to 20, but it went over to 40 minutes. But anyways.
Thanks for watching.
Peace out, people.
Take care.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Wear your mask. Social distance as best as you can. God bless the protesters. Stay safe.
Right.
And also Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives
very importantly. Yeah. God bless.
God bless everybody. Peace.
Peace.